Check that out. That's the view from my Airbnb window. Hey look, some girls are going to school. Huh. About 9:30 now, and I've just left my Airbnb. I'm trying to find my way around Nagoya, going to a place called Osu. So I'm gonna have to catch a bus, get a day pass, get on the subway, find my way through the subway, and actually make it alive to Osu. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So one thing that I've noticed with my walking around is that nobody who rides a bike has a bike lock. Like if you look, bikes are like that everywhere. I mean, there's a lot of bikes around here and none of them have locks. So I guess bikes just don't get stolen in Japan or something like that. Also, nobody wears a helmet either. I haven't seen a single person wearing a helmet on their bike. And they also ride on the sidewalk, not on the street. A far cry from what you would see in Vancouver for sure. But I guess that's how it works here. I am starving right now and I don't see any restaurants around, so I'm gonna try Japanese 7-Eleven. $7-Eleven beer. Check that out. That looks good.
Fork いりますか? Hi.
Okay, I successfully bought food at 7-Eleven in Japan without dying or losing all my money. That's a success. One of the things that I've been told about the customs in Japan is that walking while eating is considered rude. So I have to find a place to sit down and eat. And there was a park that I found not too far from here, and I think I'm gonna go sit on that park bench and eat my food there. I was told by many people who have come to Japan before that things like convenience stores are a lot better than the ones in North America, and I can see that they're right, mostly. Like, we don't have 7-Elevens in Canada that sell liquor. And by the way, you're allowed to drink on the streets and nobody cares. And there's no catch, like you're allowed to just drink out in the open in public on the streets and it's fine. But the 7-Elevens also have like real food, not just junk. Like I saw like full-on rice dishes with fish and like chicken and real stuff. So that was actually kind of surprising. Like 7-Eleven is actually a place you can go for breakfast or lunch and not hate yourself afterwards, right? So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm going on this subway, and this is where my place is, and I think right now I've walked to Chisuka, so I need to go to Fushimi, exchange to go to Osukano. I have successfully navigated my way through the subways, I think. I am on my last transfer to the Tsurumai line, and then I'm on to Osukano, and I will be at my destination. You know, once you get used to the system, I mean everything has English under it, but once you get to the system, it's actually really simple to use the trains around here. Okay, so watch this. This is how the ticketing works. You put the ticket in. Right here, it's right there. Like that. So you don't have to stop and wait, like your compass card. You don't have to stop and tap it every single time. It's way better, way more efficient, because you don't have to stop walking. Here we are, Osukanon. I made it successfully. So I don't know if you noticed, but on the last scene on that train, when I was exiting, the doors were different. And there's a reason for that. I actually got on the wrong train. I got the right line, however, I got on the wrong side. So it was about 2 or 3 stops in, I think to myself, wait a minute, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. And I checked the map, and what do you know, I was on the wrong train. So I had to get off, get on the other train, and come back to Osukanon. So now, oh whoa, look at that. No wonder my host told me to come here. That's pretty cool. I think my host was right when he told me to come here, but I think I'm gonna put the video down and go photo mode and take some snaps. So, bye-bye for now. Here's an example of what I was talking about. Bikes, 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 bikes. Not a single one of them locked. I'm actually taking a break from the photo shooting to show you guys this really cool store. All old film cameras. Very little digital in here. And they've got some cool stuff. Old Pentax medium formats. They have a Canon P. I've never even seen one in real life before. Kodak. Look at that. Where have you seen that before? Old Rollies, tons of Nikkor lenses, Nikon bodies, old Nikon rangefinders. Good luck finding those. Not on Craigslist. Leica M7, M6, M3s, M2s, 3F, M5s, a whole row of M3s and M2s, D2s, Cs, 3As, see every single Leica you could think of. It's amazing. Plus all the accessories. And the medium format shelf, all the TLRs, Hasselblad, more Hasselblad bodies, Hasselblad lenses, and my personal favorite, Mamiya RB67. I really want an RZ67 Pro 2, but I don't think they have one. So I've been walking around for a few hours. I'm getting pretty hungry. I think it's time for lunch, so I'm gonna look around for something to eat. I have decided to come here. So this is actually how the ordering works. So you have your menu, and each thing has a number, and then you have a little booth where you actually insert your money, and you press a button, and then a ticket comes out, and then you just sit down wherever you want, and your food gets delivered to you. It's pretty neat. No waitresses. So I've just finished lunch. I'm nice and full. It was really good, and I think I'm gonna start heading home because my feet are super tired from all this walking, and my new shoes are biting into my toes because they're new and they haven't broken in yet, so I'm getting blisters. So I think it's time to start heading back. I'm back in Fujigaoka. Just got off the train. I'm back home. And only a couple more minutes until I get home now. I'm lost. Basically, in that last clip you saw, I was riding the city bus. I got on the city bus after I got off the subway, and I didn't really know what bus I was supposed to take. So I asked the bus driver, and he kind of pointed me to a stop. I went on that stop, and I basically went all the way to the end of the bus line, and I was like, okay, well, obviously this isn't where I'm supposed to go. So I asked that bus driver, where am I supposed to go? And he says, oh, okay, get off at this stop. I get off at that stop, and I still have no idea where I am. So I'm lost. It's dark out, and everything's in Japanese. One big difference between the city buses and the subways is the subways are quite well designed. They're all color-coded. There's usually English under the main things, main signs, so you can figure out where you're going pretty easily. It's actually quite nice. But the city buses are completely local focused. There's no English, there's no English speaking people, it's just basically, you gotta understand Japanese, or at least a little bit, to kind of figure out where you're going. And I don't know enough Japanese to really understand the precise directions. I can understand where they're trying to tell me to go and what stops to get off, but I don't really know the specifics. That's kind of landed me in this situation, and now I'm basically kind of wandering, using trial and error to kind of figure out where I'm going. I'll go up to somebody, I'll show them the address, I'll get them to point in a general direction, and I'll start heading that direction for a little bit, and to which point I'll ask another person, they'll point, I'll start heading that direction until I find another person, and I'm basically using that hot and cold method until I figure out where I'm going. So I've got to find some landmarks that I recognize so that I can find myself, or find my way back to my Airbnb where all my shit is. Or if I find a taxi first, that would be even better, but I've had no luck with that either. So one other thing too that I have to say is all of this would be much easier if I had Wi-Fi, which has been hard to find. So Google Maps is totally out of the question. I'm not even unhappy about this. I mean, I get to explore and learn how to use the bus and all that, so it's kind of cool. But my shoes, I cannot stand my shoes. They're killing me. And every minute I walk in them, my feet hurt a little bit more. Tomorrow, I'm definitely wearing my hiking shoes. So I've come up to this overpass to kind of get a bird's eye view of everything that's going on, to see if I can see any landmarks to figure out where I am. And it turns out that was a good idea, because check this out. Now, it might be hard to see, but right in the center there, that little dot right here is actually a red cross. And that red cross is kind of a landmark very, very close to where I am. So I've just got to head that direction. I'm getting closer again. I found another overpass, which I'm on the top of. And if I zoom in all the way over here, you see this in the center. That's actually a drugstore. And I recognize that roof because we drove past that when I was going to the Airbnb. So I'm getting close. In Japan, vending machines are everywhere. And there's nothing like a good Boss coffee when you're lost to keep the energy going. Oh, it's warm too. Nice. There it is, the drugstore. I don't think I've ever been happy to see a cross in my life until today. I'm pretty sure this is it. It is. I found it. This is my Airbnb. Thank God. I don't think I've ever been more serious about that phrase as I am right now. It feels so good to be home. There were so many more things I wanted to show you guys in the vlog today. I wanted to introduce you to Harvey and Eiko. I wanted to show you around the place, but none of that's happening because I am super tired and I've got to get busy editing today's vlog. So I'm gonna end it here. Until next time, good night.